تسعى بريطانيا اليوم إلى رفع مستوى الوعي العام حيال الصحة العقلية والمشاكل المتعلقة بها بهدف التخلص من الأحكام المسبقة بشأنها، وذلك من خلال التركيز على التعامل مع مسألتي التمييز والشعور بالعار الشائعتين بصورة خاصة ضمن مجتمعات الأقليات العرقية، بما في ذلك ذوي الأصول الإفريقية الأكثر عرضة لها. واحد من أصل 4 أشخاص في بريطانيا يعاني من هذه المشكلة، ويتجاوز عدد المصابين بها من الأقليات المعدل الوسطي، فنسبة المرضى من الأقليات من أصل إفريقي هو أعلى ب3 مرات من نسبتهم من عدد السكان العام، بينما نسبة المرضى من الأقليات الآسيوية أقل من نسبة الثلث من نسبة الآسيويين من عدد السكان العام. وتلقي هذه الإحصائيات الضوء على مشاكل اجتماعية ومؤسساتية عميقة مرتبطة بالتمييز والاعتقادات الخاطئة الملازمة لمشاكل الصحة العقلية في هذه المجتمعات.
I am Vincent Pericard, a former professional player. In the episode on العربي TV, I will be exploring the dark subject of depressions, a subject that many will be reluctant to admit exists within the glamorous world of football.
شعبية اللعبة فضلا عن تنوعها العرقي مكنتها من أن تكون منصة مؤثرة يتم من خلالها الوصول إلى كل فئات الشعب بهدف تحرير الخطاب العام حول هذه القضية من الشعور بالعار الذي يلازمها. سنرافق في هذه الحلقة لاعب الدوري الإنجليزي الممتاز السابق فينسنت بريكارد في رحلة بحث شخصية يفتح من خلالها ملف الصحة العقلية في ضوء تجربته الشخصية مع هذه المشكلة وصراعه لسنوات عدة مع الاكتئاب، لعرض المواقف المتغيرة تجاه هذه المشكلة وكيف يتعامل معها اللاعبون الأجانب ومجتمعات الأقليات العرقية في بريطانيا.
Back in 2000, I was being hailed as a football prodigy. I was talked about as the next big things. At the age of 17, I signed my first professional contract. At the age of 18, I was swept away by Juventus, and I found myself playing alongside some of the best players in the world, such as Zinedine Zidane, Del Piero, or Buffon. My life at that time was very exciting, something I would cherish for the rest of my life. The media promised me a very successful career. I even created a documentary called The Man Who Will Be Worth Billions. When I joined Juventus, I was very young and naive, and I was quickly sucked in the celebrity lifestyle. I was going out and partying even more. My last house of the club was wild. I started to suffer severe depressions playing for Portsmouth. Then I suffered my second round depression when I was playing for Stoke City. It's all happened here. I even went to prison, sentenced for perverting the course of justice. In other words, for lying for a speeding offense. During my time in prisons, I even heard of roommates committing suicide. That was the lowest point of my life, but darkest time in my life as well. So, when I was playing for Stoke City, I was depressed, but I still have to perform, being criticized, judged by my manager, fans, and the media. The media can play an essential role in dragging out footballers' weaknesses, personal issues, and failure into the limelight. There seems to be a huge interest in exposing them to public opinion. Perhaps the reason for that is because they are seen as public commodities. Another example is Wayne Rooney, that after games, everyone was all over him. Other examples are Leon Mackenzie, Clark Carlisle, that tried to commit suicide following a battle with depressions. And in worst case scenario, the sudden and sad death of Welsh footballers Gary Speed, who committed suicide in 2011.
أظهرت الدراسات أن ربع لاعبي كرة القدم يعانون من الاكتئاب، وهناك عدد لا يستهان به من حالات انتحار مأساوية ذهب ضحيتها شخصيات رياضية بارزة صدمت المشجعين وهزت عالم كرة القدم بأسره. فهل للشهرة وألق هذا العالم دور في الإصابة بالاكتئاب؟
Playing on the pitch is like giving a public performance. Fans can get abusive and notably angry because we want to please them. However, for me, it was very difficult. Not pleasing the fans and the scrutiny of the media made me feel lethargic, made me feel like I didn't want to be on the pitch. For that reason, I'm here today to meet with Martin Perry, a body language expert, who I hope will tell me more about the other factors that can affect players. I'm Vincent Perry.
Are you well?
Very well, thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, come inside. Let's go on the pitch.
I'll follow you.
Thank you.
Britannia Stadium. This is where I used to perform.
Bring back memories, yeah?
It does indeed.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but it's good to be back.
What are the first memories that come back to you when you see the old ground?
It's just like, obviously, the joy, but also the sad moments. But the fun, how great they were, etc. But yeah, I kind of miss football when I'm back here now.
Do you?
Yeah, a little bit. But I wonder, this place could be a very vulnerable place for players. And do you think the fan expectations on them and their performance could affect them?
I think they do if the player themselves are vulnerable. I mean, if you've got a strong player, let's take, for example, an Eric Cantona, who would never display any sign of public vulnerability. That would be his theatre, this is his stage, he's the great artist. But at the other end of the scale, if a player, for example, feels uncomfortable in the team environment, maybe they've just arrived from a foreign country, they don't know too many people in that town or that city, and there is they're playing for a club, for example, a big club where there is high expectation, that can be very, very difficult, because there's an integration period for any player into a new club, for example, that can take 9 months, a year and a half. And in that time, they can be exposed to a lot of criticism, a lot of public criticism, and you have to be very strong to deal with that. I've always loved the idea of the people and the players being close together and having that intimacy. Now, the downside of that is that the man in the terraces doesn't understand the effect that their criticism can have on the player. And particularly if that player is vulnerable. But the upside of that is when the individual is supporting the player can get an experience that they can't get in ordinary life. And this is the drug of football. This is why for some players it's very hard to retire, because they can't replicate that experience anywhere else in life. The high of it.
I agree.
It's an incredible euphoria that is a whole relationship between human beings, and how 40,000 people can support 11, and how 11 can lift 40,000. It's a very unusual relationship.
Well, hopefully fans could understand that one day, understand that football is not just the high, the glamorous lifestyle, then there's something that happens beyond the scene and then we're just human beings.
Absolutely. Well, that would be amazing, but I think we're a long way from that point.
Making progress.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you, Martin.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.
وللتعرف أكثر على تعامل اللاعبين الأجانب من الأقليات العرقية مع هذه المشكلة، سيلتقي فينسنت بمحمد سديبي الذي لعب معه في نفس النادي وجاء أيضا من مالي ليلعب في الدوري. ورغم تعرضه للكثير من الإصابات في مشواره الكروي، تمكن من اجتياز المحن ولم يتعرض للاكتئاب، حتى أنه ألف كتاب الرجل الأكثر حظا في كرة القدم. وبعد تقاعده افتتح محل حلويات فرنسية مع زوجته. من خلال لقائه سيتعرف فينسنت على سر نجاح محمدي الذي ساعده في التغلب على ضغوطات اللعبة ووجهة نظره حول الاكتئاب.
I'm sure you have seen that there's an increasing number of foreign players as well as Muslim players that come to play to Premier League. With all that numbers, is it safe to say that some are suffering depression and mental health?
I think everybody on one point you're gonna go through depression, but it's different degrees of depression. So all these Muslim players, they're coming through here. I think they're like normal, they're human beings as well. It's not just
what do you think prevent them from coming out, from speaking out?
Even like normal person, sometimes when you get through depression, you don't want people to know, because I don't know, probably like you've been saying, probably it's a shame. Yeah, it can be a shame because you feel you are not strong enough. Yes. So you're not a man. So you know how we are as a man. You want to look strong, and exactly. So this is probably because of the shame.
بالرغم من أن الخجل هو عامل سلبي مشترك يمنع الكثير من الناس عامة بما في ذلك اللاعبون من التحدث عن معاناتهم مع الصحة العقلية، إلا أن قوة الإيمان يمكن أن تكون إحدى الوسائل التي يتم التعامل من خلالها مع الاكتئاب. سيلتقي فينسنت بالشيخ عرفان ششتي في مانشستر ليتعرف أكثر على نظرة المجتمع المسلم للصحة العقلية ونظرتهم إلى الأشخاص الذين يرتكبون الانتحار.
Sit down, let's have a seat.
Thank you.
Inshallah. It's really nice to see you.
Thank you.
Is this your first experience of a masjid, of a mosque?
Yes, that's my first time ever in a mosque, and I'm actually on a journey of exploring how the Arab Muslim community perceive mental health. So I'm a football player myself, and I see that you are holding the Quran. Could you tell me how this could help me?
Well, there's one particular verse, if I can share with you, which is, it's a really beautiful verse that talks about the prohibition, if I can put it like that, of feeling desperate, feeling a high degree of anxiety that allows you then to totally feel that, you know what, there's no solution for me. O my servants, who have transgressed against their souls. So there's this immediate kind of direction there, yes, that if you don't do what I'm about to say, this is a transgression. Okay. In other words, it's not something that you should be doing as normal human beings. Yes. What's the transgression? He says, despair not from the mercy of Allah. Mm-hmm. In other words, as I said, desperation, feelings of despair, feeling of loss, feeling of no hope, feeling that there is no solution, no way out. Those kind of feelings, which are all ailments of mental health. Yes. God says that isn't the way of a believer.
No. So what do you think of those people that are trying to commit suicide?
Well, I mean, that's where this then can lead on to. Okay. You know, God says in this verse, no. Mm-hmm. You should always have hope for God's mercy. Mm-hmm. You should always have hope for a positive outcome.
I'm not Muslim myself, but when I come here and speaking to you, I really feel like there's a presence of God. And I understand how this actually helps a lot of Muslim players dealing with depression or dealing with any trouble they have in their life. So I'm very grateful for everything you said to me, and I'll just say thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
تعمل الوكالات الحكومية في بريطانيا ومؤسسات الصحة العامة إضافة إلى الجمعيات الخيرية المعنية بالصحة العقلية يداً بيد مع المجتمعات المحلية لتلمس الطرق التي يمكنهم من خلالها التعامل مع مشكلة الشعور بالعار والخجل السائدة في مجتمعات الأقليات العرقية. سيزور فينسنت مبادرة مصلحة المجتمعية في لندن للتعرف على سبل التعامل مع هذه المشكلة على المستوى الشعبي بعيداً عن عالم كرة القدم المتألق.
So we obviously know the powerful influence that has got professional footballers or famous people in their ability to shape opinions and society. So if players or ordinary famous people were to come out and openly talk about mental health within the Muslim community, do you think that could have an impact?
أيوة كتير، وكل المسلمين يعني all of the Muslim sports people in England, even if they hadn't suffered any mental health issues themselves, perhaps their family members have, and even opening up about that would really help. It would mean that people would feel much less alone, and it would be much more acceptable to be open and to help seek support if needed. Particularly, I mean, we work a lot with young Muslim men, and traditionally they're the group that's sort of the least likely to come forward for help. And somebody like a footballer or a sports person coming forward to say, look, I've had this issue, would definitely help, I think.
Can you tell me more about the kind of support that Maslaha is offering?
Yeah, so we've got a project called Talking from the Heart, and we worked with the Somali, Pakistani and Bangladeshi communities across London, and doctors and lots of other people, artists and musicians, and we brought everybody together to make short films about mental health. So these short films are now being used in doctors' surgeries, so doctors use them during appointments with patients. They show the film on the screen in the waiting room. They're used in hospitals, but what we've also found is that they're used across the country, not just in London, the كل البلد يعني. So the films are also being used by community organisations, by mosques to help raise awareness, and they're also being used as a training tool for NHS staff, for staff working within the medical profession around sort of the needs of Muslim patients. But this is one specific story. So there's a secure hospital in West London, and I heard from a psychotherapist there that they'd showed the films in a small group situation, and one of the patients thought that it might help their family accept them back after what they'd been through, and they'd been completely ostracised from their family, but they thought the film might help their family accept them back, which is a very, very positive and heartening story.
Very moving indeed. Thank you.
Thanks.
لم تكن قضية الصحة العقلية بمنأى عن المتغيرات التي فرضتها كل مرحلة زمنية، بدءا من الوقت الذي كان يتم فيه إخفاء الذين يعانون من مشاكل عقلية من قبل عائلاتهم، حتى ظهور المصحات النفسية إبان الثورة الصناعية، مرورا بالوقت الذي شهد ولادة مفهوم المسؤولية والرعاية المجتمعية في نهاية القرن العشرين، ثم وصولا إلى المثال المقتدى به اليوم، حيث يتم التعامل مع موضوع الصحة العقلية في بريطانيا كجزء أساسي لا ينفصل عن الصحة العامة، وينصح دوما بالتحدث عنه بشجاعة وشفافية.
We are here today in Nile Street, London, to meet up with psychiatrist Dr. Felahi to explore a little bit more about their attitude to mental health and also to discuss the work he's doing in that area. I will also be his patient for the day and discuss some therapy used.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Dr. Felahi.
Please.
الحقيقة كرة القدم مشكلة كبيرة بالنسبة للعمل النفسي، والسبب أنه يأخذون اللاعبين كرة القدم في عمر 13 14 15 عام، فتتكون شخصيتهم جزء من كرة القدم. المسألة الثانية والمهمة أنه أي مشكلة تصير بالنسبة لهم إذا ما أخذوا، لأنه فقط 1% من عندهم يؤخذون إلى اللعب بالدرجة الأولى والدرجة الثانية، فالمجموعة 99% حيحسون في إحباط كبير. إذا تركوا اللعب من خلال ضربة في الرجل أو إصابة، هذاك الوقت حصير مشكلة كبيرة بالنسبة لهم، لأنه الهوية مالته هي هوية لاعب كرة قدم. الإنسان ننظر له في مستويات مختلفة، لأنه إحنا نشوف الإنسان في مستوى واحد هو التصرف والكلام مالته، بس الحقيقة الإنسان نتعامل معه حتى نفهمه في مستويات مختلفة. المستوى الأول والعالي هو الهوية والدين. المستوى الآخر هو التقاليد والمعتقدات. والمستوى اللي بعده هو إمكانياته. والمستوى اللي تحت هو المجال الموجود فيه، المحيط. فحتى يكون الإنسان مرتاح يجب أن تكون هذين المستويات المختلفة متقاربة وفي اتجاه واحد.
This is very relevant to me because I remember very well that in terms of capability, the injury was what triggered it. And then also I remember in terms of environments, I was very lonely, missing my family. And again, in terms of culture, I had to think about how I would be perceived back in Cameroon.
ممكن تتفضل أن تكون المريض مالتي. في حياة كل إنسان هنالك أمور غير جيدة، هنالك صدمات نفسية. هل من الممكن أن تخبرنا ما هي الصدمات النفسية اللي صارت لك خلال طفولتك رجاء؟
There has been some trauma, yes. The main one I remember is mainly the one where I suffered some racism at school. And again, coming from a mainly black-dominated country, Cameroon, to a white-dominated country, in terms of identity, I wasn't too sure how I fitted. So that has kind of affected me, even within football. Doctor, what do you think is my current position? What is your assessment of my mental health state at the moment?
أعتقد واحدة من الأمور المهمة صارت عندنا واضحة هي الصدمات العصبية والنفسية اللي مريت بيها وأنت طفل، وهاي مسألة مهمة أن لازم نفكر بيها. هاي الصدمات هي موجودة عندك في العقل اللاواعي، وبين فترة وفترة حتجيك العقل الواعي وتسبب لك المشاكل القلق وتسبب لك مشاكل الكآبة. المسألة الأخرى واللي مع المشكلة النفسية والصدمات العصبية لازم نعمل عليها إنه ندرس إمكانياتك الموجودة واللي ما شاء الله عليك كثيرة عندك، ونبني عليها هوية جديدة وطريق جديد إلى المستقبل مع علاقات جميلة.
لابد من بذل الجهود الكفيلة بتطوير اللغة والمفردات المستخدمة في تشخيص حالات الصحة العقلية، وخاصة بين مرضى مجتمعات الأقليات العرقية الذين من الممكن أن يكونوا بحاجة لمساعدة لفهم هذه اللغة. من الممكن أن يستدعي ذلك استخدام الوسائل الإبداعية المؤثرة في حملات التوعية الشعبية كالأفلام والموسيقى والفن للتواصل والتأثير بالمرضى في هذه المجتمعات. سيلتقي فينسنت مع أولا سبنس للتعرف على طرق استخدام قوة الفن كعلاج بديل.
Hi Vincent, I'm Ola. Do you want to come in?
Yes, please.
Okay, manage. Art therapy is a way for you to express your feelings or any difficulty you're having. So one of the things that's really useful with for people who've got mental health problems is sometimes those feelings can get very trapped inside. So the point of art therapy is to find a way to express that in some way.
Looking at my picture right now, it looks like a stadium where this is kind of a fan zone and this is the pitch. And we see I started with a green and then a bit of yellow and orange, and the green will kind of tell me I'm happy. Yellow, I'm kind of happier, but this one in the middle will say kind of like I'm a bit like scared of that area. That's like a very hot area to me. Could I have some black, please?
Of course. And again, feel free to use it however you want. Yeah, I was very interested, you were talking about depression and the impact on your life, and I noticed, Vincent, as you was talking, that you've actually used quite a lot of the dark colours that you talked about what you might have done in the past, and what I'm noting is actually, you know, that they're actually here now, and what I'm aware of is that you've actually covered about over 2/3 of that image that was fairly light, I think, to begin with quite dark colours. And my wonder is, you know, do you still feel that level of depression at times?
Yes, I do feel sometimes that my moods suddenly change for no reasons.
Okay.
It can from being very happy to suddenly being very annoyed, frustrated, because I kind of remember all the frustration and the kind of defeat I had in the past, and then again I go to a brighter color.
Well, I hope it's been helpful. I really hope it's been helpful to you, at least to have some insight into sort of where you are now and where you might go in the future.
Thank you.
Okay.
الشعور بالعار والخجل هو بمثابة كاتم للصوت يمنع الكثير من مرضى الأقليات العرقية في بريطانيا من التحدث عن مشكلات الصحة العقلية التي يعانون منها. ولكن شجاعة لاعبين من أمثال فينسنت بريكارد من شأنها أن تشجع الآخرين الذين يعانون بصمت نتيجة اعتبارات ثقافية واجتماعية فرضها عليهم محيطهم العرقي أو الديني.
All approaches to tackle mental health issues and depressions all have a common factor that they all begin with talking with another person and having the courage of speaking out. As football players, we are not superheroes. We are just human beings. And like all human beings, we also have a moment of weakness and despair.